Vibes everywhere. Ryder's got big muscles, Lisa's got the hair. You never know what they're gonna say, but there's a 45% chance you might like it anyway. It's the sauce, they're spilling it live for you. It's the sauce with your favorite morning crew. It's the sauce, 2 hours will fly by. They don't know what they're doing, but they're gonna try. It's the sauce.
Morning, Saucy family. It's Turd Ferg, and you're on the sauce with Ryder, Lisa, and Reese.
This is Saucer Lindsay and
Maya.
We're on the sauce with Ryder and Lisa and Reese.
Smash the like button and subscribe to the video.
This is Mr. Burns, and I just donated blood with a saucy posse. It's in you to give.
Whoa.
Hell yeah. Why is everybody including Reese's name?
Because
it's not on the logo yet.
It will be if you guys keep pushing for it. Thank you for those speak pipes. That was very precious. Speakpipe.com/Ryder and Lisa. It's always available. Feel free to leave us a voicemail if you want to be a part of the intro of our show, or maybe you have a question and you want us to put it out there into the universe and you want some advice. You can keep it anonymous. Do whatever you want with speakpipe.com/Ryder and Lisa. Welcome to the show. We're here in the Sports Interaction studio, and we're really excited because we have a stacked lineup of guests. We have Jordan Baker from the Edmonton Stingers joining us shortly here.
I got a fun game lined up.
We're going to have some fun. So he's popping by, and he's going to be promoting something that they're doing at one of their games this upcoming weekend, a very affordable, family-friendly
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. And then we're going to have Cooper, who works here in our marketing department. We're going to give you an update on #Duckgate around the office and something that I have planned for next week involving that scandal. And then, of course, it's Wednesday, so we've got our good friend Liam joining us for the last hour of our show.
As Mark Spector once said, why are you so pissy? Liam's real grumpy about everything these days. He's mad about the Ducks. He's all fired up about the World Cup draw we did here at the office yesterday.
I think Tyler's rubbing off on him.
Pardon me? What does that have to do with it?
Like how Tyler's like, quit having fun.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant something else. Yeah, he's real upset. I would be too. The way we did the World Cup draw, I got the first rankings list of 1 to 48 I found when I Google searched, and it was from USA Today. And then I put the first 16 in column A, the next 16 in column B, and the final 16 in column C. And then there were 16 of us participating, and then we did a random draw. Everybody got 3 teams, one from each category, the Elite 16, the mid, and the long shots. And Liam's pissed because he got the 16th ranked team in the elite category, which is Colombia, which don't have a real great chance of winning the World Cup.
So he was on Oilers Nation Radio yesterday complaining that your rankings were wrong, but you used a credible source.
Yeah, I literally used the first source I found that had 1 to 48 and had them numbered in their power rankings.
Well, he probably wants a redraw, so he'll be coming through.
He's not getting a redraw.
We'll see.
You know who that pisses off?
Everyone
else.
I know.
Especially me, who somehow managed, even though it was my draft, to land the top-ranked Spain. I actually didn't want that to happen.
Well,
because it looks like I set it up.
Yeah, but everyone was there to witness that you were pulling names from a hat.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't sketchy at all, but Liam wasn't there, so he'll forever be like, how convenient that Ryder gets the best pick. Also, you are putting in the work
Exactly.
to do it, so
Why don't
maybe you
do
deserve it.
Why don't you do it in 4 years, Liam?
Yeah,
Quit
Liam.
being so pissy.
We need that on a shirt before his oil to the max. Let's just get a photo of Liam with a
Yes.
grumpy face that says
Pissy.
Pissy Liam.
Yeah.
He'll
That's what we're doing.
He'll be even more mad because he's been trying to get Kennedy to make oil to the max t-shirts. Nationgear.ca if you ever want to get some Saucy Posse merch, by the way.
We could get, you know what, the first edition of the Oil to the Max shirt should be? Huge picture of Liam, Pissy Liam written on it, and then right in the bottom, just in really small font, Oil to the Max. And be like, hey, we made you your Oil to the Max shirts.
Yes. Anyway.
I watched 6 hours of ball last night. My kid had her city slow pitch semifinals.
And they made it to the finals this Friday night.
Her school has won the junior high slow pitch city championships 4 years in a row, is what I heard.
Very cool.
So they're
you had
going
that
for
game.
the 5-peat, maybe.
Then you had to go to Legal right after for...
Nothing like an hour drive from one ball game to the next. And then I coach that team. So 2 hours of actively yelling at kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then drive home an hour. Drop your mums. By the time I left the house to go home, 7.5 hours for 2 baseball games that I didn't get to play in.
Oh my gosh, get over it. You're going to miss it when it's gone.
Yeah, I won't miss 7 hours. I will say, though, that I discovered something in that journey out to Fort McMurray. Introduce your kids to old music that you used to enjoy.
Oh, yeah. I think it's essential. It's very important for them to know.
And if you tell them, like, a little backstory to it. So I cranked up The Cult for Charlie on the drive out yesterday, and I said, this was, when I was your age, one of my favorite bands. My buddy and I used to just sit and pretend we were chilling at the start of the Firewoman song. And then when the beat dropped in, we'd go ape shit. So we'd just be like, no, 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 no.
Was she even listening to
And
the
then,
story? Or was she on her phone?
As soon as the drum beat hit, we'd just like start punching each other in the face. We'd chug Coca-Colas. We'd really just go full send.
See, when I drive Charlie to her sports, we play Fleetwood Mac and we talk about the drama between the bandmates. Now this is me introducing her into, the world of the Bravo universe. I'm like, it all started with Fleetwood Mac.
Mm-hmm.
If they were on a reality show in the 70s, it would have been so epic. But we got to watch it when they were performing live on stage and they all hated each other. It was epic. And they'd write songs about each other.
And now occasionally they'll just cancel concerts and say they were sick because they hate each other.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks will be like 2 minutes before they were supposed to be on stage. She'll be like, actually, no.
That happened here in Edmonton. Didn't
I was
it?
there.
Yeah. Well,
Sucked.
no, you weren't.
Well, I was walking into Rogers Place and then pivoted.
That's so
Turned around and I
wild.
walked out because it wasn't happening. Anyway.
But yeah, have a background story when introducing music, and it's just enough that all of a sudden, like, we were ripping it to, that made it sound like we were using illegal substances. We weren't. We were just giving her and pumped up about listening to The Cult because it had a personal attachment. So.
That's your homework, parents.
Yeah. And it's fun to not listen to
Oh my God.
Taylor Swift.
What is that one song everyone's obsessed with right now that's on the radio and it's so bad?
Uh-oh.
It's like, it's just a lot of like high pitched sounds. They're calling it the song of the summer and it's
No.
horrible. Let me find it. I won't play it, Reese. Don't worry.
Well, you got to play a little bit of it.
Okay, hold on.
How are you going to find it? You're going to the charts?
Yeah.
Like, break this down as you're doing it.
No, I heard it on a top 40 radio station driving in, and I felt ancient because I was like, shut it down. Like, turn the Midnight Sun, Zara Larson. What are we doing? Let me play a little bit of it.
Yeah, I have heard that. There is a lot of like hymn singing in that.
It's bad. I can't. I'm sure some people love it. Good for you.
Zara Larson. Damn, girl.
Yeah, like obviously complete smoke show. And I'm sure when our parents first heard Oops, I Did It Again, they're like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
And we loved it.
You know, back then, though, you had the music video to fall in love with before the song. So being an absolute bombshell, you'd watch Toxic by Britney, for example, 7,000 times, and then the song would be stuck in your head. And then you'd be like, oh, I guess I like the song I'm singing along to.
Oh, I
it.
used to re-watch the countdowns on Much Music.
Exactly.
Like I already knew what the top 5 music videos were, but that was entertaining. We wanted to re-watch it. Like the amount of times that I watched Steal My Sunshine by Len's music video or Barbie Girl.
Uh-huh.
And we were all staring at the TV like this. It was the best.
It was the good old days.
Anywho, we sound old.
Zara Larson, though, if she had a music video, which I'm sure she does.
She does. I just watched it. It was like spinning on the Spotify app.
Is she in it?
Yep.
Oh, I bet she is. It's those Swedish singer-songwriters. You know what I mean?
It was just announced yesterday that Spain has the most attractive men in the world. So if you're in the market to go people watch.
And the best soccer team, who just happens to be owned by me.
Nice.
In the draft that Ryder set up.
Okay, you had a rough time there yesterday?
Yeah, who do you have? Don't you have Canada?
England.
He's got England in the first round, the powerhouse, which are ranked 4th overall.
And then he's
That's
got
pretty good.
Dr. Congo.
Here, I'll flash it up, actually.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what everyone got. Everyone put in $40.
Highly recommend doing this at your office. You need 8 people, 12 people, or 16 people to make it really easy.
Mm-hmm. And it's not a lot of work because you're just pulling names out of a hat and they get
Exactly.
what's next
so you
on the
write
lineup.
as many of the teams, all of the teams, on the board, and then you just start pulling out names from the office. So we started with the long shots and worked our way from 48 to 1. So Pangs was the first name that came out.
That's right. So he got,
Curacao?
but like that would statistically be the worst team.
Correct. That's the 48th ranked team, according to USA Today, which I also wrote on the board. And while I was doing it, you said, why are you writing that down? I said, because Liam's going to find a reason to bitch about it.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Is that our guest? In the washroom. All right. Tell him to roll on through.
So there it is. On the left side is the elite team. So my name was the last one that came out.
I do think it's really funny that you had to write down where you got this ranking because you knew someone was going to come through and be like, what's the source?
Not someone.
Liam.
Just Liam I knew would cause a stink, and he just happens to get 16. So what goes around is all around, Liam.
Oh, that's good.
Boardsy ended up having a pretty good showing there. He got
South Africa.
the 5th ranked
Croatia.
team. He got the top ranked team out of the mids. So Croatia, pretty good team. Also ends up with Netherlands. So he could get her done. Anyway, there were 16 of us in it. $40 each.
So see, if you go back, Reese, you'll see that the sauce actually crushed it underneath the elite. You see it goes Ryder, Tyler, Lisa, Reese. And so guaranteed Liam will complain. But we were just pulling our names.
It's a good thing Tyler ended up taking that number 2 spot.
Oh my God,
Was
can
the
you
second
imagine?
last out. If he would have been low 2 and it would have went Reese, Lisa, Ryder to finish,
O&E would abandon us. They would hate us forever.
their entire show wouldn't be talking about the potential of Mike Babcock or Sebastian Cosa, or that McDavid might want to stay for another 7 years, according to Bob Stauffer, in a little smoke and mirrors announcement. They'd just be talking about this draft.
That we are scammers.
So something was said on the show yesterday. Let's talk a bit of Oilers.
Sure. before Jordan Baker joins us from the Edmonton Stingers, telling us what's shaking down this weekend that you can check out.
And I think it was Tyler that brought it up, that said maybe this Sebastian Cossa thing was leaked by the team so that people would stop losing their shit about Mike Babcock for a bit. And you're like, oh, wow, that makes sense because nothing's been done yet.
Yeah, it was damage control. That's the conspiracy.
And then Bob Stauffer goes on the radio. Was that in Toronto or Vancouver, Reese? Do you know Vancouver?
I think Vancouver.
Yeah. And they ask about, is this potentially McDavid's last season as an Oiler? And he said, nobody's as passionate about Edmonton and the Oilers as Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. He expects his next contract will be 7 years. This is, again, right out of the playbook, I think. If that Cossa thing is at all true, that the team wanted something that would get people talking other than Mike Babcock, saying that McDavid, the most respected voice in the market in many ways, Bob Stauffer saying that he thinks McDavid's going to sign a 7-year extension, is the biggest thing you could say to get people off of the path of Babcock bashing your cock, you know? You know what I mean?
So do we believe it?
I think, I don't. I don't think that McDavid's a lock for a 7-year contract coming up. I think it was deception to try to get somebody's sniffer off the scent. What's the expression? Scent off the trail.
Sniffer off the scent. That could work.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
This is a tactic that if you want somebody not to be
Do they think
focusing
we're
on
dumb?
this,
They think we're dumb.
I don't know. If McDavid signs a 7-year extension next year and we get Cossa, we are going to look dumb. But if neither of those things happen and all of a sudden everybody just stopped talking about Babcock because of these other two things, we're not dumb.
So
we're on to you.
Is it true that they're reopening the investigation of
Yeah, it sounds like the NHL PA is going to be investigating and
All right.
just see, do their due diligence to see if the Players Association truly is comfortable with this guy being back in the league. But you look at some of the other storylines and some of the other situations. Carter Hart right now is in the Stanley Cup Finals. They let Joel Quenneville back in. They let Stan Bowman back in after the very sketchy Chicago Blackhawks scandal.
Right.
This one, to me, is just an asshole. Like, the things that he did were just... They weren't, illegal. They were just pricky. So I would think that the green light is happening and he ends up being our next.
All right, we'll have to wait and find out. We have our first guest here in the studio, and we are so excited to welcome him back. Welcome to the Sports Interaction Studio. We have the wonderful Jordan Baker. How you doing? Good. Maybe pull your mic a little bit closer. Hey, Reese, give us a check. 1, 2, 3. Check. Is this mic? I don't think it's on.
Is it plugged in, Reese? It doesn't look like it's plugged in.
No, try again.
Check.
There we
There
go.
he
It's
is.
absolutely plugged in.
Hey, so I thought it was so amazing that when we were at Sports Central volunteering, you were there with the team. I was like, of course they're here. Of course they're out in the community doing exactly what Jordan says that they love to do. So how was your experience volunteering that day? What did you guys do?
So it's part of our Kicks for Kids program. So we've partnered with Be Clean as one of our corporate sponsors and obviously Sports Central. And for every 3-pointer that we hit over the course of the season, we donate $50, which is basically equivalent to a pair of shoes. For a kid who doesn't have access. So we were there fitting some families with some new shoes. So we're doing the retail thing of what size do you need and measuring the feet and going to the back and grabbing some shoes that Sports Central, I think they work with United Cycle to get those shoes. So we had a couple of our players there just fitting some family with some shoes.
We saw a pair of shoes there. What size were those?
18s, I think.
They were 8, and were they basketball shoes?
Yeah. They were basketball shoes. But that's probably not that
15.
not that surprising to Jordan. Yeah, that's like a normal size shoe.
And then to us, we were like, whoa, these are massive.
I can fit both my feet in it if I stand it the right way. It's cool when you do something like that, helping charity. Obviously, you get some brownie points from anybody that sees it, the community, your bosses, whatever the situation is, by being out there. But like, truly, how good does it feel when you are able to help somebody in that situation, which should be the main reason that we're all going out there and doing things in the community. But every time I go and do something like that, it's such a reminder of...
You see all the people that are there all the time, too, volunteering. That's just what they do.
So these families must be so appreciative.
Yeah, I mean, we've done this for the last couple seasons, and last year I remember going to a fitting, and we give them a basketball, we give them these shoes, and we get them all sized up, and they try them on, and then we make them put the shoes back in the box, especially on a day when we were there when it was pouring rain outside, and half the time the kids are like, "Do I get to take these home and keep these?" And it's just like, "Yeah, these are yours. Like, they're now yours." So, and we know they're not going to probably be used for basketball. Like, they're going to be something that they wear day in and day out and thrash and wreck, and that's what we want. Like, we want them to use those basketball shoes to be able to run around in phys ed and at recess and all those things. So,
and if a game breaks out,
yeah,
they're
ready to go.
They're
ready to go. Yeah, absolutely.
We were doing something where we were packing balls into bags that would then be given to first responders, police, firefighters, and if they're out in a neighborhood and they're seeing some kid playing and they think a ball can elevate that experience for them, they'd give them a volleyball if they saw that would be a fit, or basketball or football. I did see a lot of CEBL basketballs in the mix. You were telling Tyler a story that they were all signed, and that's maybe why so many of them were donated.
Yeah, so the CBL, we had a change in some of our front office positions at the league level. So our commissioner, Mike Moriali, who was, very much hands-on in founding the CBL, he's moved on now to a different opportunity. So we had a lot of basketballs that had Commissioner Mike Moriali and his signature on the basketballs, and now with him moving on, we had to, take those out of rotation. So I'm glad to see they're getting repurposed for some things like this. So that's great.
Mike's going to be a big deal in neighborhoods.
Yeah, absolutely.
All over the city.
I'd say.
A real star. That guy's signature's on my basketball. Who's that signed by?
I always think about that even with like the Stanley Cup final. Like, they have to make all of the hats for the team that's not even going to end up winning. Where do those go? Do those go to
I've heard
charity?
a lot of them go to overseas, where like countries that you wouldn't care about.
But it's a lie on it. Like, it says Stanley Cup champions, but it would be...
Yeah, you got to think some of that stuff gets destroyed too, because they probably don't want it out there for mixed communication. But I'm sure a ton of it just gets donated too.
Anyway, what's happening this weekend? Saturday, we got a big game, and we're celebrating something pretty cool here in the community.
Yeah, so Saturday is our Filipino Heritage Night game. So it's against Scarborough, the Shooting Stars, who are one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Look at that logo. That is stunning.
So we tip off at 7 p.m. That logo, that Filipino Heritage Night logo, was actually designed by a local artist, a local tattoo artist that we've sort of contracted to do not only that logo, but also she's designed some custom T-shirts and hats.
Heck yeah.
For the event. So those will be on sale at our team store at Expo. But we're excited. We're doing as many things as we can to make it a celebration of Filipino culture and of Filipino heritage. And obviously we can't change the basketball portion of it. That's what we do. But our anthem singer is Tia G, who's done stuff with the Oilers and who's of Filipino descent. And we have a pregame buffet where we're doing some of the signature Filipino dishes, where people can sort of buy a ticket and show up at 5:30, get a great meal, and then enjoy the basketball afterwards. Our halftime shows, our pregame shows. We've got DJ Quake coming in on the ones and twos during the game. So we're trying to do as much as we can and support a community that obviously loves basketball and has been a tremendous part of what we do over the years with the Stingers.
Sweet. And that you said is 7 o'clock, June 13th. Get your tickets now.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are 3-4 on the season.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen from the team that you find pretty promising as you hope to pull it back to 500?
Yeah, I think the challenging part for us is like we've had a lot of player turnover, and that's pretty common in the CBL for the first couple of months. We've got a couple of familiar faces back in the fold from last season who are sort of getting up to speed, and so getting them integrated and getting them used to the new group of players has been important for us. I mean, we have 3 losses. 3 of our 4 losses have been by a combined 5 points. So
wow.
We've got to find a way to win some of those close games, especially in target time. But we just finished our road trip in Montreal on Sunday with a 20-point win. So hopefully that helps us turn a corner and we get some momentum going into Saturday.
The last time we talked to you was right at the start of the season, and you said Dane Danger, who we loved his name.
Best name.
But you said, watch out, he's going to be pretty special. He's now working out with some NBA teams.
Yeah, so he's sort of outgrown the CBL a little bit, and he's going to, he's doing some workouts with some NBA teams as they sort of prepare for the draft process. And then he's going to be participating in the NBA Summer League as well, which occurs sort of in the month of July. So we've probably seen the last of Dane, but we've brought in a replacement in Isaiah Moore, who's been a 15-10 guy in the CBL for the last couple of seasons with Ottawa. So we're able to fill that void, luckily, and Isaiah had a great game on Sunday for us. So still lots of excitement and ability to score the basketball at the rim for us.
Well, we'll take you very seriously the next time we ask you who to watch out for.
Yeah, seriously.
If you're dropping truth bombs on us like that.
Are you paying attention to the NBA Finals? Like, what do you think is going to happen tonight with the Spurs? I mean, taking it at Madison Square Garden, that was pretty crazy to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a big Spurs supporter.
Okay.
Nice.
A guy that I played with growing up and played national team with, and Kelly Olynyk is on the Spurs. So a really good friend of mine, and so I got a pull for him. He was in the NBA Finals with Miami when they were in the bubble and lost to the Lakers. So this is his second trip to the finals. So hopefully he can get a ring here.
And what's his name?
Kelly Olynyk.
Okay.
He's from Kamloops, British Columbia. But it's, the two teams that are in the finals right now are very entertaining and play really well together. It's a group of guys that seem to get along with each other and like each other, which is something that's very important in this game. And so, yeah, I mean, I think it'll be tough for the Spurs to steal two in New York, but I think it's a finals that's going to go back and forth and probably see a Game 7 if I had to guess.
That's so
How
exciting.
frustrating is it as somebody who's obviously a big fan of basketball, but really, your career is all about basketball, to see the amount of bullshit that's happening outside of...
Oh, yeah. People are like
in the
fist fight. Did you
streets?
see the streets in New York? People are like walking up to Spurs fans and punching them.
It's crazy. And
Why?
we saw a lot of this at Rogers Place outside in the mosh pit and stuff, and it's because those just seem to be the videos that go viral. You don't see all the heartwarming stories
Right.
where people are saying good game to each other or picking somebody up if they fell down, those kinds of things. The ones that go viral are the fights, is the ugly stuff. But
Sucker punching people in
it
the
does
streets.
seem like it's a little more aggressive than I've ever seen before.
Yeah, it seems like, because New York hasn't been in the finals for a number of years, and so they're a little bit thirsty for an NBA title, and people are going a little bit crazy about the team, and their passion is fantastic, but you got to go about it the right way. So, certainly nothing that I would condone. You want to enjoy the game, you want to support the guys, but more of a air of support than sort of animosity towards other fans.
Yeah, with what a brilliant finals it's been so far. Like, really good games.
Well, and what
tight,
did you
could
say?
go either way.
You were saying yesterday, like, the people that want to fist fight the opposing team's fans.
They're not there. They're not there for the basketball.
Right.
They're there to get into a
Exactly.
fist fight. Like, just go to a boxing gym or do something.
And
like
how
that's
boring
reality.
would sports be if everybody cheered for the same team?
Yeah,
like
what is
you
the
need
point?
you need to have people who like the other team for there to be excitement. So, yeah, it's a mess. Every time you see it happen,
It's so disheartening.
it is. It's just it puts and
Get
we
it
like I
together.
said, we saw it here.
Yeah.
And every time you see one of those videos, you're like, you dumbasses are wrecking it for everyone. Like, so yeah, that's
Hopefully people get it together. We've got a couple super chat donations. All of that money goes to the Ben Stelter Foundation. And these are being encouraged by Saucer Lindsay, Turdferg76, both donating money, saying go Stingers go. So you've got some support
Nice.
in our YouTube
Beautiful.
chat.
All right, I've got a game lined up. It's going to be you against Lisa. It's called Pick Your Shot. So I have different categories, and you get the choice of taking a free throw. So you get 1 point for that.
Okay.
Just a 2-pointer is the middle ground question. Or if you think you know the category really well, you can take the 3-pointer. If you get it right, you get 3 points.
Okay, and then how many rounds are there?
You got 3 questions each. And whoever gets the most points by the end wins, okay?
Okay.
Would you like to go first?
No, I'm nervous.
Okay.
Jordan's probably nervous
I was like,
too. He's like, why would
perfect,
you
okay.
do this to me?
Okay, we're going to go with the 2026 NBA playoffs for you. Would you like
Okay.
the 1, 2, or 3-pointer?
I'll do the 2-pointer. We'll limp in.
I
here
like
with a
that.
little
That's
2-pointer.
safe.
Middle ground. We'll see how it goes.
I wanted you to go hard there. I was going to get you to spell Wemby, his full Wembanyama.
Oh, I bet I could do it.
Well, I could do that too.
Oh, you can do
You're looking
it.
at your phone, like, yeah. Okay, we'll do the 2-pointer. We'll do the 2-pointer.
2-pointer. It's game 4 tonight. What
Yep.
was the final score in game 3?
Oh, jeez.
Do you know how busy Jordan is? He's a father, a coach, a president, a CEO.
Yeah, I want to
philanthropist.
pivot to the Wembanyama. I feel like it was like 114, 111 or something.
Oh my God, was he so close?
It was 115, 111.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I feel like-
you know what? We're going to give him 1 point for that.
Okay, I think that's fair.
I think you got one of the two right. Let's go with 1 point. All right, next question. Lisa, we're going basketball movies. Do you want
Ooh. A lot of bad ones out there.
1 point, 2 points, or 3 points?
I want 2 points. Also playing it safe like Jordan.
In White Man Can't Jump, how does Billy Hoyle make money?
Yes, I know this one.
You guys, I've never seen this.
Do I get the steal? Is
You
there
haven't
is there a
seen yet?
steal option?
I think we can do 1 point
Where's
steals.
Where's the Air Bud question? What does he do to make money? Sells pies. I have
Great
no
answer.
idea.
All right, steal.
Yeah, he hustles
Yes.
on the basketball court.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fair that he has 2 points at this point with how close he was on the first one.
Yeah, that's
all right. Next question is going to be about Hornets, if I'm not mistaken. Your logo, Stingers.
Yeah.
So this is questions about actual Hornets.
1. 1 point. Is there a zero? Is there a pass option?
Yeah.
True or false?
Okay.
Hornets can sting more than once.
True.
Yes, that's correct.
Wow.
All right, he's starting to run away with
know,
this, Lisa.
I'm
You got to go for a 3-pointer.
You
I
gotta
think
go
I
for
do. I got to risk it all.
3-pointer. The Philippines. As it is.
Oh my
nice.
gosh.
Big night celebrating the Philippines.
A 3-pointer.
You're going 3. What is Edmonton's Filipino rap star wonder boy Shawty Mills' latest track called? Hint, it features the capital of the Philippines.
I definitely know this one.
You know this one too?
I'm not sure if I'm proud that I know it, but I know it.
Ladies from Milano? I actually have no idea, Jordan. You might have to steal it.
It's Summer Nights in Manila.
Yeah, that's right.
Get
Is
the
the
word right.
You were on the right track.
I knew it
Okay.
was something like that.
So 4-0 right now. Let's
My
go to
gosh.
the next question is going to be the University of Alberta. As Lisa, you spent
1 day there.
1 day. She went to a class so she could say she went to the U of A.
Nice.
You had a good run at
Wasn't
U
a
of A.
lie.
Is it like about the institution itself?
It
'Cause
could be
that's
anything.
Gonna be struggle. I'll go 3. We'll go 3.
3.
Is it going to be
Yeah.
about their sports teams?
What is the name of the mascot of the U of A?
The
For the
you're talking
Bears.
about the Bears, yeah,
Yeah.
Gooba.
Gooba is correct.
And you want to know what Gooba stands for? The Great University Bear of Alberta. So there you go.
Well done. That's a
I
3-pointer.
love an acronym.
My uncle was the one who created Gooba.
Oh, nice.
At the U of A.
I thought you were going to say the one who first ran around in
No,
the costume.
no. He came up with the concept. He went somewhere else. He was at like a football game in the States at a college game and was like, they've got this mascot. Everybody gets so excited. We need a mascot here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the interesting part is there's Gooba for the women or for the men, and
Yeah.
then Patches, who's the panda.
That's right.
For the women. It's like one of the only institutions in Canada that has different mascots for the
Do
men-
we
men's and
know
women's
what
teams.
Patches stands for?
I think that's not an acronym.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Panda's athletics could be right there to start
Yeah,
Patches.
it's true.
Ah.
All right, Lisa, you got some work to do.
I sure do. It's so funny. Norm in the chat was like, I can't believe Lisa got that wrong. You just replied to a comment that had his song title in it. Because someone in the chat was like, I wonder if Shawty Mills is going to be performing his new single at the game. And I replied to it. What's wrong
He
with
was
me?
there the other night.
He was.
Yeah, he was there, yeah.
Courtside.
I'm not sure we have security measures tight enough to have him perform for us. So.
Like literally.
yeah, no, it's nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
He was in here the other day. It's, I think, probably one of our most viewed clips, like top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, basketball shoes is the next category. Basketball shoes.
You better get this because it's going to be a steal if you don't. So
3 points.
During a highly anticipated 2019 college basketball game, a player planted his foot 33 seconds into the game, completely tearing through the side of his Nike PG 2.5 sneakers. Who was that
Nike?
player? Nike, sorry.
What? I stopped listening halfway through. Oh, he's going to write it down.
Do you want it one more time?
Yes, please.
During a highly anticipated 2019 college basketball game, a player planted his foot 33 seconds into the game, completely tearing through the side of his shoes. Who was that player? Zion Williamson.
Oh, wow.
All right.
You guys.
This is wild. This could be...
I wish I got the insect question.
the true false. We need more true false.
Yeah, also true
Need
false.
more true falses out here.
I think that was the last question that we had.
Aw, that was fun.
Let me check. I didn't miss any. No, yeah, we got it. So an absolute runaway. Thank you for...
Classic.
Living up to the dumb jock stereotype. There you go.
I don't know. That was pretty good.
all right, hit us up one more time with what you guys got coming on this weekend.
And where to get tickets.
So it's a Filipino Heritage Night. We got a pregame market that actually starts at noon in the parking lot at Expo Center. So a bunch of Filipino vendors, Filipino food trucks. And then our tip-off is 7 o'clock with a pregame buffet at 5:30. Get tickets at Ticketmaster or at thestingers.ca.
A great price ticket
Best.
and family-friendly pricing as well to take the whole crew with you, which you can't say for every sport in this city.
That's true.
Thank you for being here.
And for Filipino listeners, we have a special item at the concession. We have Red Horse beer.
Okay.
Which is a very special. What I'm told, again, the whitest guy in North America right here, but I'm told is a very popular beer in the Filipino community. So it's pretty strong from what I've seen. But
Riders in.
we've convinced the Expo concession to stock them. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
for that one night
special.
only. Yeah.
17%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like 9 or something.
Really?
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
called what? Red Horse beer?
Red Horse.
I gotta try that.
You love a beer that, what does it do? It like makes your mouth taste like a tire shop. You love it.
That's a really interesting way to word it, but yeah, that's true.
All right, Jordan Baker, thank you for popping by. We know you're a busy guy. Feel free to come by whenever you want to promote some fun stuff. And maybe we'll do another round. I'll do my research, learn a little bit more about some college basketball players, maybe a little bit more about geography.
You did have.
Need to know capital.
some
Need to know
tougher
some
questions.
capital cities. Yeah.
Thanks very
my
much,
gosh.
man.
I
Appreciate it.
Okay, much
No,
love, Jordan. Thank
thanks.
you so much.
Stingers gonna get back to 500 this weekend.
Should we hit the Be Right Back up on the screen, get a picture with Jordan before he jets out?
Sure.
Let's do it. All right, don't go anywhere. Thank you. We got another donation to the Super Chat. Thank you, Norm, saying follow a KHIN_TATTOO. She is the Filipino artist that designed the Stingers logo for Saturday, and that came with a $10 donation to Ben Stelter Foundation.
Sweet.
Thank you so much. Be right back.
All right. back at her. Shout out to Jordan Baker, who is the man for the Edmonton Stingers. Truly. Like,
he does it all.
Played for the team, president, head coach.
I bet he could,
bodyguard, probably.
He could probably sub in if there was ever an injury.
On to our next guest, who's just a lot shorter. Our shortest guest of the day today is brought to you by Southview Acura, family owned and operated on Edmonton's south side. Go and visit our peeps, say hello. If you need a vehicle, they've got it, whether it is pre-owned, whether it is brand new and awesome. I was driving my RDX yesterday out to Legal, and I don't know what it is about those highways specifically, but I felt like I was back in rural Saskatchewan again, and that's not a compliment. But that vehicle, it's crazy. Like, they really have let things go out on the way to Legal. More potholes than Mill Woods. Anyway, the vehicle handled so damn good on those roads. I genuinely would buy this vehicle if the deal with Southview Acura goes away and they peel the sauce logo off the side of it. And they say, you're fired. I'd say...
They say, you suck. We hate your show. We're out of here.
Yeah, I'd say how much for the whip, though?
And they'd be like, we don't want you driving one of our vehicles. Anyway, our next guest is Cooper, who works here at Oilers Nation in our marketing department. You said last time you were on air, your heart was racing. Are you feeling a bit more calm the second time around or third time?
I think so. Good. I think I feel a bit more calm today. Yeah.
You shouldn't, because we're going to call you out on something. So there has been Duckgate happening here at Nation headquarters, and there's been little ducks.
It started with little ducks around the office.
There's been bigger ducks. There's been big ducks in pools now. There's ransom notes.
Soon enough, there's going to be a real duck running around.
Now that is how to elevate this prank.
That would be quite funny, especially if it's a baby and then it just starts following someone around.
Then we'd know who it was. The person whose scent is on the duck.
Because it would think it's its mom.
So maybe that's not the smartest thing.
Dead giveaway. The truth is nobody knows who is doing this except for the person that's doing it.
We think it might even be a group of people.
And Lisa, you've decided you're so fed up with being accused of being the person that's doing this that you're bringing in a lie detector test. Like
from an actual lawyer.
A lawyer lie detector test to get to the bottom of it.
The polygraph exam is happening at 11 a.m. on June 17th. I will provide lunch. I will make, if that's how I got to convince people to come in and take the lie detector test, because I know.
Getting lunch.
Yep.
But what happens when you fail it,
I
Lisa?
won't. And then there's people coming through being like, oh, there are ways that people know how to manipulate it. I'm like, how many times do you think I've used a lie detector test? I don't know how to manipulate the system. I'm going to be walking in there cool as a cucumber.
Uh-huh.
Because I know I'm innocent.
No, you get anxious and you get a neck rash. You have a lie.
When I'm guilty.
You have a built-in lie detector test. And you start, when you're lying, you start sounding like Rachel from Friends. See, tell us a lie right now. Tell us a lie. Where were you last night?
At the mall.
See?
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Okay.
But Cooper, I'm going to be honest with you. We brought you in for a reason.
Sure.
I have a hit list.
Okay.
Of people that I think are actually doing this, and
Okay.
I need to be honest with you. You're on it.
He is
That's
on it.
okay. I can be on it, but I want you to know I'm too poor to buy all the stuff for Duckgate.
You are
well, to put
wearing
it bluntly, I'm a student. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. You're wearing a hoodie that was given to you.
For free.
That's true. Yep.
I'm wearing a shirt that was given
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, I'm wearing a hat that was given to me for free.
And I think I have a little bit too much like social anxiety to do that in a workplace where I just started.
Okay.
I'd like to say that I'm also new. 7 months.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I noticed
Cooper's newer by
That's
a
right.
lot.
His last name is Waddle,
Maybe.
which is giving duck.
So that's, yeah. Like maybe you didn't have to buy the ducks. Maybe everybody just gives you ducks for your birthday because of your last name.
That would be a really sad way to have a birthday
It's
if
true.
I just got rubber ducks every year.
I think Cooper is innocent. I do. I think.
See, you said something today that actually was when I was like, And it was, I'm not smart enough to do this.
That's
to pull this
true.
off. No, it's not. We
We know you're smart.
collectively, I think you might be the smartest person that works here.
No.
You're in the upper echelon. You're a student, right? Where are you going to school?
At the U of A.
He's also like
Lisa
a borderline.
went to one class at the U of A to say that she went to the U of A on dates.
Also,
so she could claim that when she's like, yeah, I'm a U of A past student.
That's true. Cooper is a professional swimmer.
Yeah, the commitment to a bit. You like water. Mm-hmm. Your last name's Waddle.
Yeah.
And you saying you're not smart enough for it. You might even be my top target, actually, right now.
Also, Duckgate, there was a letter on each of the big ducks, and the C was missing. And I was like, is that a clue?
Okay, that is actually false. You just didn't get the one out of Bag Milk's office.
Oh.
So the C was just intentionally left out by you, which is why I think that you're framing me. And
Ooh, things have switched a little bit here. This is interesting.
Hear me out. So when Liam did his whole investigation on the board, he wrote find a role. And I took that as, oh, you don't have a job here, which is kind of funny.
That was like the clue under you saying like that you were a suspect?
Yeah, he wrote Cooper, find a role, and then underneath it, not suspicious, suspect.
That doesn't even make sense.
It does to me. It does to me. Because you're not suspicious, that makes you a suspect.
I mean, maybe.
Okay, I want to play a game with you to see if we can sniff out a lie. So I'll play it against him. Reese, you and Lisa will try to determine who's lying. Actually, you might even know me so well that it's not fair.
I think Reese does.
So I think Reese is going to be the one who determines which one of these three things is a lie. I'll start so you get the idea, okay? So I'm going to say three things. Tell me which one is the lie. I'm going to try my best to lie, okay?
Gotcha.
Let me just find them. I wrote them down a little bit earlier.
So, yes, it is confirmed. I heard back from the law office. I'm not joking. Like, people think I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That there is a polygraph machine that will be here. On June 17th, we will be doing content, filming it, and we will see. It will be so telling who is shaking in their boots. And I have some theories. And Reese, I think you can back me up on this. You were here yesterday with some other people that work around the office who seemed a little nervous about me bringing in a lie detector test.
It is actually funny because then me and Aaron got brought into this because we somehow ended up, I'm pretty sure Lisa wrote it. Me and Aaron were the two suspects.
That's what I think. Yes.
Well, somebody took a picture of somebody else with the duck mask on. I don't think that was a selfie, was it?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. Somebody else. So there's two people involved here.
There was someone wearing a duck mask?
Yeah,
I think that was just the one hanging up.
No, it was just hanging on a wall.
Has that always been there?
Yeah, it's just on Bag Milk's Justin Bieber life-size cutout.
Okay, well, was that you with the mask on? Oh, because it looked like your
somebody
size
was
and
wearing
shape.
it?
No, no one was wearing it. Ryder just doesn't look at pictures good enough.
No, somebody wore it.
No, they didn't.
They just held it in front of their face?
No, it was hanging on a Justin Bieber cardboard cutout in Bag Milk's office over an Oilers jersey.
Well, you have the size and shape of Justin Bieber then, because I thought that was a real person.
No.
Young
Wow.
Bieber.
So I'm failing at this detective shit. I didn't even know that was a cardboard cutout. All right. Here's my first story, and you can help with Reese and try to determine the lie.
So what's the motive here? We're trying to see if Cooper's a good liar?
No, if he can sniff out my lie, and then he's going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 truths, 1 lie.
Okay.
I had a burger for dessert last night after my main course, a burger.
So you had 2 burgers last night?
Yep.
Okay.
One was for dessert.
Sure.
Later.
Been there. Okay.
What was your first burger? Burger?
I had a fast food burger.
From where?
Dairy Queen.
What kind?
Flamethrower.
Nice.
I know you.
And then I came home and there was a leftover burger in the fridge and I ate it.
Okay.
For dessert.
So that's your first story. Now does someone else go or do you do all 3
No,
stories?
I'm going to do all 3.
Okay.
I'm going to Calgary this weekend and we are golfing 81 holes while I'm there.
YouTube chat, if you want to get in on this and try to determine which one is the lie, we'd love to hear from you.
We're doing 27 on Friday, 36 on Saturday, and 18 on Sunday before I come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Third story. Yesterday, I got asked to sign the water over coal petition on the street.
That's a truth.
And I said to the guy, no, I've already signed it because I thought I did online. And then I started thinking about it. And I believe I may have signed the Canada Forever petition so that Alberta doesn't separate. And
You don't even know what petitions you're
I
signing?
don't know. And then I felt bad for the rest of the day that I should have signed with that guy who asked me because I don't want Cole to be reintroduced to the Rockies.
So did you or did you not sign a petition yesterday?
I didn't.
You didn't. But the guy that was downstairs, you said, oh, I already signed it, but you had accidentally already signed a different one.
That's right.
I think so. I
Okay.
don't remember if I
Well,
signed.
and yesterday was the last day to sign it. It was the cutoff day. So if you didn't, shame.
That is a big shame. I wanted to sign that thing. Anyway, those are my 3 stories.
All right. I think the third one is about the petition is true because I went to Little Brick yesterday. Had a great coffee, by the way. I also got bugged by that guy, and I did lie to him and said I already signed it.
Yeah.
I hadn't signed anything. I'm not really politically motivated. I don't really care about any petition, but
Whoa. Bold.
yeah.
drop.
So I did lie to him too.
I think you now, that thing you said about how you're not smart enough to put this together is actually probably true.
Yeah. Right?
I'm just kidding.
No, it's true.
All right.
Okay. The burger on burger thing is weird, but not impossible. I do find it odd that your first choice of fast food burger was Dairy Queen. That's a little odd. And your second one was the story about
Golfing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, golfing. That's a lot of golf, but you like golf. You could do it. I think the burger one is the lie.
Reese?
I feel like it's got to be something to do with golfing, the amount of holes.
So Reese knows me better, I guess, because that was the lie. I'm not golfing 81 holes. That's far too many holes of golf.
I do like that Cooper investigated it enough to know that you love golf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was with me there. I did have a burger for dessert after I had a burger, a flamethrower.
So Ryder made burgers the other night, and there was one left over, and he added mushrooms underneath the cheese specifically so I wouldn't eat it as a leftover because I hate mushrooms. He was strategic about
cheeky.
planting the leftover burger, knowing it would still be there when he got home from baseball.
You know what? I respect the game in that.
I'm playing chess. You're playing checkers.
It's true. All right, Cooper's turn.
All right.
Let's see if we can...
Okay.
2 truths and a lie. Let's go.
So when I was prepping this before the show, my first one was that I was a collegiate athlete and I swam at the University of Alberta. You guys kind of already outed me there, so that's a freebie. My next one is that I was born with an extra finger growing out of my thumb. It's no longer here. Had it removed.
Okay.
My last one is that I have a cousin who plays in the NFL for the Denver Broncos. Shout out Jalen Waddle.
I believe the children are the future, and the third one is a lie. That is not, in fact, your cousin.
That's correct, yeah.
Just has the same last name.
Yeah.
See, so now what I've noticed is that you're
6
a bad
fingers.
liar.
6 fingers.
So now back to the drawing board. I don't think you're the guy that's doing the duck thing.
Don't you guys think Reese is involved some way? Like, it's not like he wanted to be involved, but I bet he was told by someone who feels like they can have a little bit of authority over Reese and tell him what to do. There's got to be someone in here that's a little bossy.
We don't got any Mike Babcocks running around here.
Here is what I'm going to say to clear my name because I feel like I'm kind of getting thrown under the bus here. First, I've been in that studio twice, maybe. And the second time, I only poked my head in. The first time, I went in, I sat in on O&E right when I started. Super fun. The second time was when they were doing the street cleaning. And Dan and I ran upstairs to try to let them know that their cars were getting ticketed. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get in. I was banging on the door like a hooligan, and I couldn't get in there. So not only that, I also don't have access to any of the computers to change backgrounds.
Neither do I.
So couldn't be me. And yeah. Also, Liam, I do have a job. I work quite a bit. I feel like I contribute.
I think you do a really good job here.
But
Okay.
it's not me.
Are you going to be joining me out at the Yegg Property Pros golf
Yes,
tournament?
I'll be there. I'll be there with you. It'll be fun.
Hell yeah.
You could still sign up to be a part of that tournament if you want in on that. Yegg Property Pros is putting on their tournament. We're sponsoring a hole. You'll see Cooper and Ryder at said hole. on the June 21st weekend.
And money raised, MS Canada, if I'm not mistaken, MS Society of Canada, is going to be the recipient of a whole bunch of cash. I'll be out there
heckling,
teeing off over and over again, and people can
take your ball.
Take my ball. If they beat me, they get a chance to win a sick prize.
Oh.
That's the vibe by the sounds of it.
All right, Cooper, you're off the hook.
Awesome.
I think he's
Thank
off the
you, guys.
suspect list.
Yeah, I mean...
Still want you to take the lie detector test.
I'm not deleting his name. I'm moving it lower.
All right. Bye, Cooper. Bye. Much love. All right.
Why did he come up with all the reasons why he didn't do it?
Because he's new and he's nervous.
No, that...
Here's what bothers me is I know that people like Tyler Yaremchuk get annoyed of pranks. And if he has to keep hearing about it from Detective Liam, Tyler's going to start thinking that I'm annoying and I didn't do anything.
It's just that there were a few too many details that nobody asked for there. That, to me, red flag. He's going back up the list. I've got it rounded down to genuinely, I think there are 3 people.
I think there's 3 people, too. I
think have done it. I'm not saying all 3 are guilty. I'm going to have to apologize to 1 or 2.
Name them.
Reese, Bordsey, and
Menzies.
Cooper.
Menzies is goofy. He would do this.
Bordsey went from having pre- and post-game shows
to having a thumb up his ass
every game day to having a thumb up his ass. I think he has...
That's not true. He produces O&E. He actually works very hard. But, like he also loves to have fun. He's a theater kid.
I just think he has some time to fill. So I guess we'll see. I also do think that it still could be you.
No.
Was is not a suspect. No. Johnny is asking in the chat. Wouldn't
buy anything from the store.
He wouldn't buy anything from the store. He would also tell everyone it was him immediately. He'd get so excited about it that he'd be like,
it was me.
It would have been out by now for sure if it was Was.
One time he asked me if I could buy Tums for the office. I was like, can't you go to the store and get Tums? I don't think it's Was. I don't think he's even involved.
That was such a wild question to ask a coworker to stock the meds.
He's like,
hey, Lisa,
Tums?
can you grab some Tums for this?
I was like, do you think I'm the office manager? It was really funny, actually. And then I did bring in Tums for him. So
yeah. We have our next guest. We can roll right into.
Oh, perfect. Everyone in the chat thinks Reese is involved because he's not saying anything.
That's true.
That's a little weird to me.
Very good point.
I don't want to interrupt you guys. You guys are in a flow state.
We have been deep diving Duckgate, so we won't spend too much time on it with our next guest.
He's the detective. He wants to talk about it.
But I think it would be dumb not to pick his brain a little bit.
Yep.
You know what? Actually, I have another name I'd like to add to the list, and it's you.
Okay.
And I think you've been real good at pointing fingers every other way. Mm-hmm. You feel a little bit to me like Bob Stauffer claiming things like McDavid's going to sign a 7-year extension and this whole Kosa rumor getting out. So not just Staff, but...
Pretty crazy.
There's things happening that are trying to get fingers pointing in other direction, people talking about different things, which could mean you are Mike Babcock.
And like him...
How dare you?
Him writing the letter, there was a letter that was from me blaming Liam. I'm like, that's a little too obvious, in my opinion.
That it could be him.
That it's him trying to make him... the one being blamed.
Once again, if you're just catching the show, we're talking about Duckgate. There's been ducks left all over the office. There's been backgrounds changed. There's been pools with
water.
Ducks in them. There's ransom notes. Liam, where are you at on all of this?
I just want to know when Lisa's taking her duck pool home with her. It's just on the patio.
I will actually take it home for my dogs.
Grab it whenever you want.
I would love it.
Maybe it was your dogs previously.
Nope.
I love how I'm getting blamed, but there's no evidence to actually back it up.
So who put the background on the screen upstairs in your studio?
He has access to the computer.
Is that true, Reese?
No. I have too much stuff to do on Fridays.
No, wait. Do you have access to the computer is the question.
I can use the computer, but so can anybody else.
I can't.
It's left open. You could go on
I didn't
there
know
and use
that.
it.
See, not me.
You know who I think owns a typewriter? Menzies. Seems the type. He's got a ponytail. Well, it was typed out on a.
That is
what?
true.
He's got that like philosopher vibe, like.
Yeah.
He's
Could
got
have
that
been
like.
one of the first presidents or something like that.
If
Or,
Menzies gets busted for doing this and you just put it together because he looks like he has a typewriter because he has a ponytail,
Tell me
this
I'm
is
wrong.
going to be the wildest ride I've ever been on. Like, that is quite the take.
When I said that a polygraph is coming in, which is confirmed,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah, I see that on the
Hopefully they are not charging me. I feel like I was pretty clear in my email that we'd exchange for a shout out and content. But if she drops me that $500 bill.
And you just promised you'll get lunch so
and
everybody
I'm gonna buy
comes.
lunch that day.
And you'll be found guilty.
Which is not true. There were some people around the office sweating a little bit more than usual.
Really?
Aaron Boardsy.
Yeah, like when me and Aaron were talking about it, he's like, "Is Lisa really gonna get a lie detector?" It's like, how much that costs too much?
I don't think it's Aaron at all.
I
Because
do.
on Friday, so I wasn't here Monday morning when the first pool came in,
Mm-hmm.
but I know Aaron had a wedding on Saturday, and I know Aaron got way too drunk and couldn't do anything on Sunday.
Hold on.
That's why he has accomplices.
Hold on.
But also too, I looked up how much those ducks were online, and Aaron can't afford those ducks.
I can't. I have a wedding I have to pay for.
You're buying lunch to prove that it's not you.
Yeah,
you
but
can
you can't
afford
afford
some ducks.
Very interesting.
Was Boardsy by chance attending that wedding and his partner was in the wedding party?
No.
You're
Why?
sure?
Why does that matter?
Positive.
Because then it could have definitely been him.
There's no way.
Because listen, if your significant other is in the wedding party and you're not, you've got more free time than you can ever imagine.
Their makeup and hair takes 4 hours.
Makeup and hair takes 4 hours. Then they got to go out and do pictures. You're
But he's-
chilling. You can go get half
don't know.
drunk if you want.
I think there's
You
accomplices.
can have a nap.
On Friday, Reese, for the first time, left halfway through the show to go to the bathroom upstairs.
Damn.
That's
Yeah.
weird. Aaron texted him, said, the pool is here. Let's go. And it was a team effort. That's what I truly
I don't
believe.
think Reese would leave the show
To do that.
to do that, though. I don't. I don't think he would leave during the show to set up a pool.
And also, too, I don't think Aaron would need help setting up the pool.
Correct. Well,
Because the pool, he didn't carry the pool upstairs with water.
Where they filled it
They
up
filled
there.
it up next to the sink, and then Aaron and I had to dump it out.
they. You're saying they like you know there's
Like,
more than one.
the person, Lisa.
Okay.
Liam
was
and
able to do it.
What if it's Liam and Boardsy?
I promise you it wasn't. I promise you it wasn't. I don't have enough time to be doing that. I also don't live that close, and I'm not here that early. I get here every day at like 11:15 typically.
Someone is really, really bamboozling us here.
You.
It's not me.
Reese, do you want to put up in the chat?
Who you think it is?
Yeah, and let's go with how many selections can we do for the vote?
Oh, here's
I
a
think
great
5.
question from Brett in the chat. Which washroom did you use on Friday?
I went downstairs, and Ryder's been spraying this propaganda that I went upstairs.
Oh.
You said went up to the bathroom.
Did you go up or down?
I don't know. I can't. Like, I'm pretty sure I went down.
No, because I
Pretty
said, why would
sure?
you go up? And you said, nobody else is in there.
I like to go up because there's no one. There's no one in the hand washing area.
It's almost like the other day when Lisa said somebody else put a Dollar Tree bag next to her.
They did.
But it was Dollarama.
Whatever. The big green bag.
Coincidence?
That she came up with the wrong name?
Well, she also
The
told
wrong
me
dollar
on
store.
Friday that she bought all her candy from Dollar Tree.
That's
Which is true.
So then, quite the coincidence that the next time you were on the show, it was the rival company's bag that was right next to you.
Whoever bought the pool bought it from Dollarama. Actually, the pool wouldn't fit in that bag. I
can't-
don't know
they
why
don't-
they put that size of bag beside me.
They wouldn't sell that pool at Dollarama. That came through Amazon with all those ducks that you ordered for $30 each.
They're $30 each.
That's what ChatGPT told me.
Ryder would kill me if I spent that much on ducks.
How many
Correct?
ducks are there?
Are you a
I think
frugal
there's
man?
8 ducks.
Are you a frugal man?
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Quit lying.
See those shoes I brought in yesterday?
Exactly. You can't afford ducks. You'd
Now,
be
neither
pissed.
of you are wearing shoes.
True. My dogs are out.
Sold them to buy the ducks. It seems like Reese is, without question,
the guiltiest
the
in the room.
choice is according to the chat.
When you don't know what washroom you used, if it was such a crazy move to leave the show when you're in control of the screen and you're overthinking, I can't believe I'm leaving to pee, you'd know which bathroom you use.
Reese, I actually have a question for you about your washroom usage.
Okay.
How did you wash your hands on Friday?
With water.
And? What soap?
The soap downstairs in the bathroom.
What soap did you use upstairs?
I didn't use anything. I didn't use anything upstairs.
Okay.
And I'm also pretty sure that there's no soap in the bathroom upstairs.
Ew, men. Brett was wondering because, wouldn't he have seen the pool if he went upstairs to pee? And wouldn't he have said something when he came back down? Yeah.
If what?
If he was innocent.
Yeah.
And used the upstairs washroom and came out, he would have been like, there's a pool of frickin' ducks up there.
Ooh. It all comes down to the one little line, went up to pee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Sorry, guys,
interesting.
I had to leave the show and go up to pee.
How did he word it in his text?
And I said, up to pee. Is that what bathroom we're using these days? I have heard that some people use that bathroom from time to time.
I use it to pee. And then I wash my hands in the other sink, which has soap, Reese. Unbelievable.
Oh.
Spreading germs.
Liam,
Also-
you seem to know this upstairs studio pretty well.
What time?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so here's what time he texted. I'm sorry, I have to run to the washroom real quick. Don't do any ad reads for a couple minutes, please. 10:12 a.m.
10:12. And what time did Aaron send his photo of the ducks?
Oh.
Holy man.
Are
if
we
it's
onto
like
something
if it's 10:19, we've got it. It's the producers. Or it's just Reese.
That would be a hilarious twist in all of this.
Hold on. Where is it? Let's
That not
scroll
only do
back.
they produce top-rated shows in the city, but they also produce drama.
Oh my God. Boardsy, 10:40 a.m. Video content walking in showing the pool.
So it's not Aaron. Aaron wouldn't have been here early enough to do all that. I
And
promise you
he also wouldn't have been able to wait from 10:19 or 10:12
to 10:40.
to 10:40. He'd be too excited knowing him. He'd be like, I got to get this out there.
Do you know what is an interesting thing we could do? Since there was an image printed off, we could look at the schedule on the printer and see when people printed last. Pretty sure you can do that.
And from what computer it was printed on. It will tell you,
Well,
all of our computers are accounted for.
Can you see what was printed as well?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. To be honest, I've never looked.
Oh.
But it would have to be in between, after Friday at 5 o'clock and Monday, somehow before you guys all... Okay, the thing that could really blow this whole situation up is when I got in here on Monday, there was ducks all over the place. And then...
And who was here?
I came in after Ryder and Lisa. And then when I asked Ryder and Lisa, hey, did you guys see the ducks? They're like, oh, what ducks?
I didn't see any ducks
heck?
at that point.
There's
There
no
was
way.
not in here?
Because when we
right
walked
there.
through, where
Except
would I
for
have
this
seen a
one.
duck?
And this one's
All
pretty
I saw-
hidden.
And
on top of
actually,
that yellow.
I had a duck on the top of my camera on Friday, and all of a sudden, our studio has changed.
I love that you guys are now turning on each other.
Well, frick. Anyway.
Do you mind reading out our text messages from Friday too?
Sure.
From the image I sent you?
I would love that, actually.
Ooh, Jess in the chat.
Just calling out my character.
Reese's lovely girlfriend. It's definitely not Reese. He is not motivated enough to scheme. Super hard worker at work, but this guy loves to lay around and do nothing. He does not spend his spare time scheming.
This is her getting revenge for the time he called her lazy on our show. Okay, so Friday, 1:30 p.m., I get a screenshot of an empty Tupperware bowl because I think a duck was in one of them in Kennedy and Cooper's office.
He was in the studio upstairs.
Oh, news to me. Is this yours? I found it at the office. I wrote back saying, sounds like detective work. He said, I'm off the clock. I said, it could be ours. We own those exact Tupperware, but it would have been Ryder, not me. And in my mind, I'm like, maybe he brought that disgusting Chinese medicine tea in a Tupperware and heated
Fair.
it up at the office. He said, I'll make a note of that. Another random question. What day did you get those soft candies?
What you were bragging about online.
If it was
I
my
had a video on our Instagram
If
story.
it was my Tupperware, it would have had beefaroni stains in it.
I said, those were purchased 2 days ago. He said, so Tuesday night maybe? I said, correct. Tuesday afternoon when I left the show, I knew that we needed a restock of candy. Dollar Tree or Dollarama? I said, Tree. He said, thank you for this information. I said, it's Menzies. He said, it was you.
Epic Hunter says, Lisa's getting so defensive, she's suspect number one for me.
Oh, 100%. The crime was solved on Friday, and Lisa kept it alive. And now she has a lie detector coming in 7 days.
And I'll be the first in line to take it.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
But you can beat these things.
How?
Well, you make yourself really anxious.
I'm an anxious person. I get a rash when I lie. I'm going
I
to
know.
walk in there so
You make yourself
comfortably.
super anxious when you're telling the truth, and they'll be like, oh, we just can't catch a read on this guy. So I'll pretend like I'm lying when I'm telling the truth. And then I'll pretend I'm telling the truth when I'm lying.
Whoa.
So good luck if it's me.
No one thinks it's you. You wish.
There's two people in the chat, including Jana and Saucy Christina, that both think it's me.
I don't think it's you directly, but I think you're involved and you're just like now part of it. And that's the same with Reese, because Lisa's leading the way.
I'm too new at the office to make. I don't want Tyler Yaremchuk to hate me
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't take Tyler's opinion on this with anything.
because he's sick of it.
Yeah, but he's also not here. So how can he, and also, too, he brought it up on our show the other day. So we have to talk about this right away. I'm like, okay.
And then he was annoyed after.
And
He's
then
like,
he was
can't believe we're still talking about this. And
So
you're
you
like,
brought it up.
You asked.
Speaking of opinions we don't care about, I heard you were really upset about the World Cup draw.
I am not upset about the World Cup draw.
But you think it's the rankings are wrong.
Yeah, I think the rankings are incredibly wrong.
Okay.
But I also would like to go on record and say, I'm really happy you're doing this, and I don't mean to be rude about it.
No, I'm not offended.
Okay.
Genuinely, I was so pumped that you were pissed off about it.
You were like, how perfect is it that the soccer guy here at the office gets absolutely shafted with the choices? It's poetic.
So, my picks are shit, which is no one's fault. It's a random draw. But the way the rankings were done is clearly a bias from like a U.S. reporter.
That's right. It was
Sure.
U.S. Today.
Yeah.
So here's the thing,
So
though.
sorry, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I went through like so there's these rankings. They're called the ELO rankings, and it is like a world rankings from and they watch this shit all year, and Waz actually doesn't have an elite team because the U.S. is his elite team, but they're actually second. Like Canada's ranked higher than them.
Whoa.
Yeah, on this list. So there's some people who didn't get elite teams and some people got two. So it's like some people just got... Mine's fine. I think... Well, actually, it's not. I got Colombia, who I think is 7. But then my other two are in, like, the long shots category. So you know what I'm saying?
So Colombia is
that sucks.
actually 16 in this draft, though. So if
Yeah.
they're ranked 7 in this
So
other...
I benefited from it in that case. But New Zealand, I think, they're, like, really low down. It's not the one I did. And who did I get? Egypt. They're also like only like 2 or 3 spots above Egypt.
Well, maybe you'll get your money
New
back.
Zealand, sorry.
Well, you know what?
Yeah,
that
it
actually
could.
works good for you because
it's the lower ranks going
there is
through.
a lower rank going through.
But it
prize.
doesn't because Egypt is ranked so highly.
Oh, good point.
So it actually doesn't benefit me at all.
So the rankings were done, and then the draw that was made was completely random
Totally.
otherwise.
Yes.
So we could have just done 48 teams. Everybody gets 3 teams.
Yeah.
But
So
then somebody might have ended up with Spain, Argentina, and France, and you're like, oh, well, there goes this game.
Yeah, we might as well just give them the $300
Yeah.
now.
So here are my biggest beefs with these USA Today rankings. So based off FIFA World Rankings, a team like Norway is actually on 14th on our list, is ranked 31st in the world.
Whoa.
But Morocco, Norway's probably a little bit better than that, to be fair, but I wouldn't put them in elite. But Morocco, who is 19, is the 7th or 8th ranked team in the world and went to the semifinals of the World Cup last time around. So it's just stuff like that. It's like, it's not your rankings, obviously. It's what these people have done. It's just like, I don't think you actually paid attention to what happened. And that's my beef.
Okay. I went and looked for the top 48 or all 48 teams in the world ranked, and then I grabbed the first one I thought of. Because everything about this is random.
Yes, of course. But just off this USA Today list, which is irrelevant, I guess, to the actual draw, like, Portugal's probably got, like, I would say the third or fourth best odds to win this thing.
Yeah.
Like, way better than Brazil, Germany, Netherlands. Like, they're probably in that group with, like, England's probably fifth. But yeah, like, even Japan at 15, well, they just lost their best two players for the World Cup. So they're going to kind of get screwed a little bit. And there was one other team who was, like, way too low.
I hope it's one of mine.
No, I don't think it was. Maybe it was too high on some of them. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I think it's going to be really... I'm glad we're doing something like this.
It does make me more intrigued to watch. I will be paying more attention to teams I would never think to care about.
I would say one thing. The problem I have with one of my teams, New Zealand, is that I bet them to be the lowest scoring team of the tournament.
Bet on it?
Before we did this.
Oh, no!
So, it's not great.
That's too funny.
I haven't even dabbled in betting really on the World Cup yet.
Now I'm
going to
do one.
There's some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot. Bet Sports Interaction has some great options. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Wait, let's get into it. Who do you think, genuinely, if you could have landed on any team other than England, because I know you're going to answer with your heart first, but who do you think has like the best chance to win this thing?
I think Spain's obviously great. And
That's you.
Well, you got Spain and Lisa, you got Argentina, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Only two teams have ever won back-to-back World Cups, Italy and Brazil. So I don't think Argentina they've lost a little luster from their last World Cup. Obviously, Messi's a little bit older as well. But I think Spain's got a great chance. I think Portugal has a really good chance too. They have so much talent, especially in their midfield. I do genuinely believe England can win the World Cup. Like, I don't think, like, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket for this, but I think they've got a really good team. I like their manager, but the one thing England have going against them is every team that has won the World Cup, their manager has been from that country, where England's manager is from Germany. So it's like, is it just a coincidence? Is it kind of become like a cultural thing? Like Thomas Tuchel's our manager. He did manage in England for a few years, so like he's well aware of like what it's all about. But I think my favorites would be Spain and Portugal.
I've seen some content. It's been incredible. If you can get World Cup algorithm on your timeline,
it's cool.
Some of these players that have never been to the States, that have never been, and they're posting that they're trying Taco Bell for the first time. It is incredibly entertaining. They're like, whoa, look at this.
Look at all this junk food.
Exactly. They love it.
It is cool to me that two of the teams that you mentioned in there, Portugal and Argentina, obviously Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi from there. They're at an age now where a lot of these players would have absolutely idolized
those guys on the team.
Those guys, and now they get to play with them in a very similar way that like Celebrini playing with Crosby is just unthinkable to him.
Yeah.
But you wonder, like, in those countries, what an impact players that good had. And then now these kids that like made it their life to try to be almost as good as that are actually shaping out these teams. Like for Portugal to have such a talented team filled with so many young players.
Yeah, Ronaldo's not even leading the way for them anymore.
Right.
Like, he's still really good and everything, but like he's definitely lost a step. Of course, I think he's like 40 now. But you're right, like these younger kids who idolized him their entire lives are now probably going to help Ronaldo get close to a World Cup final. Like, he's never, I don't think they've ever been past the semis or maybe the quarters or something like that, but there's more teams this time around too, so there's another stage of the knockout rounds, which I don't think will cause many surprises. Like, everyone seems to think there's a lot of surprises at the World Cup. There's usually one team that kind of goes on a bit of a miracle run and everyone else just kind of slots into where they're supposed to. But yeah, I think Portugal's a great team. I think Argentina, we'll see. Like, they're still great, but a lot of their core is just like older. So
my buddy was saying he's of Portuguese descent. I think I brought him up the last time you were on the show.
I think so.
João Carlos Campos Galajin Cliche.
Yeah, and I said local guy.
Yeah. Every time I say his name, I say it a little different because I know I'm never going to get it right.
Yeah.
So I just mix it up. But he's potentially, well, he's coming for our wedding. And the day of our wedding, if Portugal and Argentina both win their pools, they'd be playing against each other.
Oh, really?
I think that's how it works out.
Okay.
Or if they both win their pools and then win their next game, they'd be playing each other.
So he's playing it by ear.
And those two teams have never played. Like Ronaldo and Messi have never played each other at the World Cup,
yeah.
which would be the biggest storyline ever. Like,
it would be one of the biggest World Cup games, non-final of all time.
Yeah.
And hopefully it would live up to the hype. I'm sure it would.
So he said to me, I'm coming for the wedding, but if this all ends up happening, I probably won't be attending. So he's going to fly to Edmonton.
Oh my gosh.
But will
leave,
stay in his hotel room and watch the entire soccer game before then coming and partying, hopefully in a good mood for him.
Hopefully.
Anyway, can you imagine flying to another city for a wedding and not going because
sitting
of a
in your
sporting
hotel
event?
room? I guess you'd go to a busy bar. Why isn't Italy in the World Cup? They've won, what, 4 times?
Suck.
Really?
They're terrible.
They just couldn't qualify.
Yeah, they couldn't qualify. And they haven't qualified since 2014, I think. So they've missed the last 3 World Cups. They've actually, if I'm not mistaken, they won the World Cup in 2006. I think it was.
Sounds right.
And I don't think they've won an elimination game at the World Cup since.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. But they have they're one of the only 2 teams to win back-to-backs.
What happened to their... Because it was like truly a soccer powerhouse forever.
That team in 2006 has to be one of the greatest teams to ever be put together. Like the talent they had, like if soccer had a Hall of Fame, pretty much every player on that team would be on it. Like the stars that they had was incredible, and it was that was the first World Cup I ever really watched, because 2006 I would have been 10, I guess. So that's what really made me fall in love with like international football, and that team was great. So they've just, the Serie A, which is where they play their Italian league, is just not really embraced youth. And a lot of their young guys just get sold off or go to like lesser leagues, and then they just get all these like older foreign players to come in.
God, that's too bad.
And then they've just fallen apart because of it over years, and now it's got to like a breaking point where they just played Luxembourg in a friendly, which is, Luxembourg suck. Like Italy shouldn't be playing Luxembourg in friendlies. It's pretty irrelevant, to be honest. But they fielded the I believe it was either the youngest Italian team ever or the youngest international team ever, because they want to try and like lift up and like bring this youth going again. They did just win the U17 Euros, so we'll see if anything comes from that. But yeah, they've just been missing a step at the World Cup. But the crappy part for me about it is they won the 2020 Euros, beating England in the final. So it's just like, okay. So this team, everyone's just laughing at them, but they have a more recent major trophy than England did.
Damn.
Yeah, that sucks.
Does that just go to show that, like, of the powerhouse nations, any team can beat any team, and also show that it's kind of tough to make it to the World Cup?
Yeah.
If you have a bad couple months.
Exactly, yeah. And people always talk about like the European stuff, like the qualifying. Like people were like really like, oh, Italy should have made it. Like this team made it in like Curacao, for example, is a CONCACAF team. They're in the Caribbean, and they made it. I can't believe they're going instead of Italy. It's like, well, Italy had equal opportunity to qualify as Curacao did, but Curacao won the required games and got to where they needed to go. And I think that should be respected. And I think what makes the Italians like not being there even worse is the World Cup expanded by 16 teams, and you still couldn't get there. So I think it just looks way worse for them. And I think it's good sometimes to be a little humbled when you're on the international stage. Like England missed the 2008 Euros and really tried to change their identity from there. They got smoked in 2016, I think it was, or 2012 by Iceland. And that was honestly more embarrassing than missing the tournament. And since
Just
then,
like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out for Iceland.
But then they've just like reestablished themselves, and they got people in there who like wanted to push the program in the right direction, and now Italy just clearly has to do that too.
Yeah, fair enough. England's hopes, if they're relying on anybody specific, is there players that you're like, oh, they have to have a great tournament for this to happen?
Yeah, well, they have Harry Kane. He's probably the best striker in the world right now. I think,
hey?
Yeah, I think he got close to 60 goals this season.
He'd be in his late 30s, wouldn't he?
No, he's not that old.
Okay.
He's just played for a long time.
And he just looks like an older guy. He's like got that Evan Bouchard thing.
Yeah, a little bit. I think he's only probably 31, 32.
Okay.
So he's not too bad. They have this other player that's coming through. His name's Elliot Anderson. and he's like a holding midfielder, but he's just kind of not come from nowhere, but this past season he's really progressed. So I think him, and we have this other guy called Jude Bellingham who plays for Real Madrid, but him and our manager have had a little bit of beef, but he's on the team. He's probably our second best player talent-wise, but he just needs to figure it out and start playing some games, because there was England went to the last Euros final as well and lost. Classic. They played Slovakia, Reese, if you find this clip somehow. And then Slovakia are not like a big footballing nation. They're a smaller country. But they were holding England. It was 1-0 until literally the last kick of the game, and Jude Bellingham scored a bicycle kick to like tie the game and send it to extra time.
A bicycle kick is when they're like up in the air on like their...
Yeah, and he just like
kick backwards. Whoa!
Yeah, and it was unbelievable.
Feels to me like, but they named that the wrong thing.
What do you think it should
I've
be?
always thought that. It doesn't look like a bicycle to me.
How did I know exactly what he meant when he said it then?
But I think it's the way your feet move. It's like you're pedaling. Because you got to like get the momentum. Right? Like I can't do it.
Because
like,
a rainbow
you got to
kick...
kind of push and then boot with the other one.
Is a rainbow kick the same thing or different?
That's when you put it between your feet and then you roll it up and then flick it over your head.
Oh, that's the back. I can do that.
Okay.
I can.
I used to be able to.
You got a video of me doing it in the backyard during COVID when I had nothing to do.
Oh, that's what that move was.
I went and learned how to do that. Yeah.
We'll have to repost that.
That was a wild time when we all just learned how to do things we never knew how to do before.
We were a very productive society.
Just like with self-growth.
Lots of bread.
Lots of puzzles
of bread was
for
being
you.
made, yeah.
Yeah, puzzles, bread.
So what do you think Canada's real chance are? Like absolute ceiling in your opinion? No, let's word it this a different way. Because we want to hope for them to win it all. It's unlikely, but what do you think is a big victory for the Canadian Soccer Association if Canada gets to like through group?
For sure. I think there's a few steps. One, winning their first ever World Cup game would be awesome. I think they have a great chance to do that. Last time they were in probably the hardest group. I mean, both teams that went through went to the semifinals in Croatia and Morocco. And I think they pushed both those teams. And this time they got a much easier group. Switzerland's still good, but a bit of an aging team. Bosnia's probably ahead of, like they knocked out Italy, Bosnia. But they're probably ahead of their process of, like, I think they were more targeting the next World Cup. It's like, we'll have a stronger team then.
Okay.
So they got a bit of an older group coming with them. And then Qatar aren't very good at all, I don't think. So I think, one, getting through the group, if they can win the group, great. Because then they would stay in Canada. If they don't, I think their game would be in LA or something like that. I think if they could win one knockout game, it would be an incredible run. And typically host nations do reasonably well at the World Cup. The only two teams to never make it out of the group who hosted were Qatar last time and South Africa, in 2010. So I think Canada has a really good chance. They have a good team. They got some really good players, and they got depth in the important areas, which I think is good.
I think the reason South Africa didn't get through when they hosted was because of the vuvuzelas. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. I mean, it could have been.
What is this?
The noise.
Really noisy.
Their instruments, and they were in the stands like crazy, and especially when the home country played, it was nonstop. It was so, like, everybody that watched was like, this has to stop.
Even those elk horns at the elk games, anytime someone's
like
blowing in that, I want to grab it out of their hand and smack them over the head. It's the worst.
I need those in that studio.
No,
that stadium.
not when they're sitting behind you.
Why do the teams that we hope for always get injured in really inconvenient times? Canada, right now before the World Cup, three of their best players are two are question marks, one's a no.
Yeah. Who's the no?
What's his Flores?
Oh, right, yeah.
And he looked so good.
Yeah,
recently.
he's very skilled. I thought you were going to say Bombito.
Yeah,
because
he
still might go. I would still take him, to be honest, because I think Canada has to look at it in the way of, we want to play at least 4 games.
Right.
And can he be healthy by the 3rd game?
Maybe.
If he can, then you just got a huge boost in your team. You're allowed to take 26 players. Like, I just think Canada's entire squad depth isn't deep enough in the sense of, like, if you take Bombito and you know he can be good for, let's just say, the 3rd game, for example, is that more valuable to you than what this random MLS center back can do for you?
True.
I would just take him and run the risk and hope that you guys ahead of him can play well enough, to be honest. And I mean, if you run into the problem of you get so many injuries, then you're probably not going to go very far anyway. So I bet they're evaluating that. The Alphonso Davies thing does suck, but the fact he's on the team, I think, is really encouraging. And they said he just won't play the first game and hopefully the second one.
Oh my gosh, that would be
fingers
awesome.
crossed. He's incredible.
Like, it's weird to me that won't play the first game. I guess that kind of reminds me a bit of Draisaitl going into playoffs where we thought he might not play the first game. And it's the kind of situation where if they win that one, then maybe he sits the second game too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like use him if you need him.
Yeah.
But otherwise give him the most amount of time to recover.
And the other thing, too, about soccer is, like, he could play the last 15 minutes of a game.
Right.
Like, he doesn't have to play the 90 minutes. Like, they could just give him a test run at the end of Bosnia game, for example. Like, they can use anybody on their bench.
Good point.
So they might do that. They might just say, hey, like, let's just use these last 10 minutes. We're winning.
It would be a real shame if the local boy, who is the biggest name in Canadian hockey history, couldn't play in his home country during the World Cup. Like, truly, that is a shit.
said hockey.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We
know
what you meant.
In the city that built him. Like, I know he's from Edmonton, but like, he played for the Whitecaps.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason he got pro is because of the Whitecaps. Not only reason, but you know what I mean? Like, if he was able to go there and play, I think that would be great for him and, like, great for it'd be awesome just for the sport, you know? Like, I think Canada's, like, embraced soccer a lot. Like, it wasn't that long ago, like, you couldn't really watch games.
No.
Like, really, before the last World Cup, that's only, as they were going through, it was like, oh, we should put these on TSN and CTV and everything.
Right.
Like, it's such a huge sport, and anyone can play. You know? Like, when we were at Sports Central the other day, like, those kids are getting shin pads and balls, and it's because it's the easiest sport to provide equipment for. So I think this World Cup could be huge for Canada and its development.
Well, it's cool, too, the cultural mosaic of our country. Like, each country, I think we've talked about this before. It was a long time ago, though, but it seems like to me a lot of these soccer countries have different personality traits.
Yeah.
Like, some of the countries are, you know, bigger dudes, rougher play, don't let you get inside. And then there's other countries that are really fancy and smart, and it kind of like matches with a lot of these cultures. And so Canada's advantage is you have
everything.
such a mix of cultures, and with that skill sets, and you know, like,
totally. Yeah, I think that's a good point, actually. It's just very obviously multicultural team. So the other part, which is cool, is like Canada has so many players playing worldwide. Like, I bet if you looked at every team in this tournament, like, I bet Canada's the most leagues represented within their team. You know, where you get England, for example, like, everyone plays in the Premier League. In Spain, everyone plays in La Liga.
Yeah.
But, like, maybe that's a benefit for Canada. Is like, we have a guy that plays for Villarreal in Spain. We have a guy that plays for Union in Belgium. It's like, that could be great, because now you just get, like, you talk about all those nationalities having different traits. Well, all those leagues have different traits too.
Right, and insight on different guys.
Totally.
And you're on the inside of these leagues
Exactly.
and know a lot of things. Yeah, that's really cool. I'm really excited for it. It gets rolling Friday. Is that first game?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's the first game. Canada's first game's Friday.
Yeah,
Got
so
it. I gotta be on top of my team's schedules.
See, this is why doing the pool at work is so fun too,
good.
because like when my team's taking on your team, it might be a reason for us to go get a pint together and watch the
Totally.
team.
Watch the games. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bonding experience.
It is, and like the more you embrace it, the more fun you're gonna have with it. So with the World Cup getting rolling on tomorrow,
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Which is
Take it
super
on.
lame.
That
1 p.m. is super lame. Well, you'll be working.
Well, they always used to do the first game is like the night game, and it's the only game, and there's usually only one host, to be fair, but like, they have Mexico and Switzerland playing at 3 p.m. Eastern, and I don't know what time it would be in Mexico, but like, I feel like that's not a convenient time, you know? Like, put it as a prime time game, like make it the showcase event.
That's true.
Let's play 3 games on what would be Friday, and it'd be fine.
The advantage, I suppose, is for international viewership.
And that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
But also, too, I remember when I lived in England in 2002, they did the World Cup in, it was South Korea and Japan. Mm-hmm. And we were up at like 7 a.m. watching games.
Right.
And
Well,
it's
how
just like,
about
they'll do it.
the new law here in Alberta that they're allowing liquor licenses in bars starting at 6 a.m. Do you think that was timed?
Well, I mean, if the World Cup would have been somewhere else,
They've
that
been
might
working.
have been perfect timing for that.
Oh my gosh. But that's pretty crazy. Like, you'll be able to be in the bars serving. Can they open their doors early for that?
To me,
I
it
don't
never
get
made
it.
sense that I could get a Caesar on a golf course at 8:30 a.m., but I couldn't get one in the clubhouse.
Great point.
Interesting.
Like, it reminds me of when they tried to figure out the smoking bylaws, and Calgary was the one that was the most ridiculous. This is back when I was a full-time smoker in 2000 or 2002, and I was outside on a patio smoking, and they said, "Sir, you're going to have to take that inside." I'm like, what? I have to what? So they had banned smoking on patios.
That's right.
But they hadn't banned smoking inside the bars
The
yet.
smoking section.
So I literally got kicked inside to smoke.
There was this place in England that we used to go to as kids. It was called a Wacky Warehouse. So it was basically just like a big like ball pit and slides and everything. But on the other side, there was a restaurant. And there was a smoking section and a non-smoking section. But the section wasn't actually divided. It was literally just like the tables were there. This table could smoke. This table could smoke. It's like, well, this sucks. Like I'm just sat with smoke in my face all the time.
Yeah,
So
it's different world.
Yeah, it's not just gonna stop. You know, invisible wall.
But like, what's the advantage of making people wait? And like, there's so many shift workers, for example, that when they're going out for dinner, it's actually breakfast time, and they're not allowed to get a beer after a
work?
12-hour shift. Like, what are we doing here? To like let adults be adults and make adult decisions. That's why it pissed me off so much when they got rid of the nicotine pouches from gas stations, and they're like, nope, you got to get those from pharmacies, but you can still buy cigarettes at the gas station. Like, oh, the tool that's used to quit smoking is somehow too dangerous to have in a convenience store.
Yeah, some of the decisions are
just
questionable.
nonsense. But
did you guys hear that there's going to be a meeting today at like 5? No, it'll be 3 p.m. our time from I think like the Minister of Culture here in Alberta to decide if social media will be banned for 16 and under.
I thought that was for Canada.
Oh, maybe it is for Canada.
I think that one might be a federal decision.
Let's see.
They just did that in Australia, I think, and somewhere else.
And how is that going over?
I don't know. Never.
Kids will find a way to get around it a bit.
We all did it.
Yeah.
You're right. Across Canada, Culture Minister of Canada, Mark Miller, is going to have an announcement at 3 p.m. our time, a press conference. We'll see what happens.
Anything that you can do to even deter it a little bit, though, I think is
They're going to find a way around it, though. Can't you?
Because it's crazy. Like, if you go to certain events where kids are allowed their phones,
it's insane.
I think just all that they do.
Yeah. Like, when I was younger, I didn't have a phone. Like, I had one, when I think I turned 12, I got my first phone or something like that. But I didn't have anything on it. I had Snake.
Yeah.
That was like the only thing you could do on your phone.
Yeah, like
Snake.
you play it on the bus.
Yeah.
That was it.
There were 2 teenage friends in the crowd at Charlie's school baseball game yesterday. And even the coach walked by and was like, you guys here to watch a baseball game or just scroll your phones? Like, he straight up called out the only 2 people in the crowd that weren't parents or young enough siblings that they don't have phones. Like, the only 2 teenagers in the crowd that would have phones were just looking at their phones the whole time. And this coach just straight up made fun of them in front of the crowd.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
Like,
we called Charlie phone monster, phone monster, phone monster, and then she throws her phone to the side. She
it's
hates
just too
it.
influential on some
Also
people.
especially
Google
growing
it.
minds. And you
don't need it.
I have genuinely saw a shift when I'm like, okay, new rules implemented, not on your phone, monitor this, certain amount of screen time a day, get outside more. And when she follows through with it, she's a different person. She's a more well-rounded, like when there's no rules and she's on her phone for 8 hours in a day or more.
Zombie eyes.
It's just, and then she comes out of it like she's coming off a bender. Like, it is damaging as hell.
Scary.
And it's tough for parents and guardians and teachers to keep them off of it too.
Especially when we're grabbing our phone, you get a ding, you get an email, and then you're like, oh shit, I got to read my emails. And then next thing you know, it's been 20 minutes and you're like, oops, I've also been looking down at my phone.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, we're not much better. But our brains aren't developing, goddammit.
Yeah.
Look at us. We're getting dumber.
I feel like it's only
actually
been
am,
like since COVID. Well, like things got really bad.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we weren't able to do anything during COVID.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the TikTok phase, I suppose.
Yes,
isn't it?
the TikTok is what really changed our brain chemistry to like the shorter videos. I guess we had Vine back in the day, but it wasn't an app on your phone. I guess maybe it was.
And they really had Vine, but that was probably the closest one we would have had. Because
I hope that this is a phase too, like that we come out of this and say, damn, remember that stretch where everybody was just on their phones all the time before they realized you're way more happy when you're outside doing things? I don't know. It feels like maybe we're past that being a phase, but...
Has there been any new developments with coach news, with goalie news?
Somewhat.
I mean, not since yesterday, really.
Well, what are you reading?
Today,
NHLPA
right?
is investigating and sounds like they're taking it more seriously than we thought.
They said there's a lot more.
Frank's had quite a few tweets, or like a couple tweets come out today.
Oh, hit us with them.
Here. I'll just read them out for now.
Sure.
If the Oilers elect to continue down the path with Mike Babcock, sources say NHLPA is in receipt of significant additional claims from their own investigation with players that were not publicly reported in 2023. Those claims were presented to the NHL prior to his resignation. And then he adds on to it, furthermore, sources indicate that asking players to see photos is not what ultimately resulted in Babcock's resignation. It was subsequent unknown allegation reported below that costed Babcock his job in Columbus.
I thought he resigned, right?
Forced to resign. Like it was.
Okay.
He was resigned because pending investigation.
So they're like, we won't bring this to the public's attention if you step down.
Pretty much.
It
Like
could
you
have
can
been
either
the
be
angle.
embarrassed again because
Right.
you're a bully, or you can just go off into the sunset and no one will hear from you again. And the Edmonton Oilers decided, let's see if we can get by all this investigation stuff and get Mike Babcock in charge. I honestly think it's incredibly pathetic from the organization that they would allow someone like that, who is just a bully. And I know they have other guys in the organization and all of that, but they're in a position already and they're not going anywhere, i.e. Stan Bowman. But you could avoid this. It was only one candidate. You had to get approval from the NHL the NHLPA, to hire. And it was Mike Babcock. And I think it's also basically a middle finger from the Oilers players to everybody Mike Babcock has taken down on his way to this point. For them just to no, he's good now. He told us why he did it. So, he told Columbus why, too, and he told Toronto why as well, and told Detroit why he bullied all those guys in Anaheim, too. And here we are. Like, I just think it's such a bad luck for the team. And I think karma will catch up on them pretty quick.
Well, I mean, karma you're kind of the laughing stock of the league right now with how it's all been handled and who's associated with it. Like, if either of these things were happening, if it was handled super appropriately and they did it the right way and we found out that it was Babcock that was involved, it would be a black eye. Or if it was, we were hiring Bruce Boudreau, the nicest guy on the planet that players love and is nothing but green flags. But they had mishandled all of these things leading up to it with having to let this guy go because this got out and this. Like, that's a black eye as well. The fact that they're together, it's just such a shit show.
They need to calm down. And I would say Daryl Cates needs to calm down. Like, from what Elliot Freeman's reporting, it's like he's the one who's kind of driving the bus on the Knobloch firing and, like, trying to get a hold of Cassidy before they had fired Knobloch is apparently, like, one of his ideas. And, like, now the Babcock stuff, it's just like, just chill out, man. Like, I understand the pressure of, like, trying to win, but now you just look so desperate that you're making yourself look dumb. Mm-hmm. And the Oilers are fine. They're in a fine spot in terms of, like, the talent they have and the people they have in positions already. But you don't need to, like, overblow things for what it is. You got knocked out in the first round because your entire center core was injured. And granted, the season of 82 games wasn't very impressive either. But I think firing the head coach was the right call. But you didn't have to go out and just go so extreme that you hired the guy who was just bullied his way through a career.
Well, and if there's things that haven't been released yet that
Exactly.
are
So
worse
many things.
than what we've already known.
There was so Mike Commodore has always been someone who's very vocal against Mike Babcock, and he was on Gregor's show yesterday. And the one thing that he said, which to me is insane, he was listing, he's like, it's not the star players that need to worry about Mike Babcock. It's the rookies, the bottom 6 guys, all like the guys who get called up, all this stuff. But then he went on to say like the equipment staff, like other personnel around the team and like arena staff and stuff like that. It's like, how? Like he wouldn't just say that off the cuff if it wasn't already true experiences that he's witnessed. And the fact that like the equipment staff are kind of the heartbeat of the team. They're the people who keep the morale up. The arena staff, like, why are you bothering those kind of people?
How
like,
are you impacting them so negatively that it's like
that former players are coming out and talking about it? And like, I think it's crazy that so many people have come out against Mike Babcock and not been afraid to do it. Like everyone's put their name forward and been like, "Yep, I'm Chris Chelios, Johan Franzen, Mike Modano, Mitch Marner, Mike Commodore," and yet the Edmonton Oilers and its leadership have been like, "Yep, he's the right guy for us because he pushes us." I was like, really? Like, that's the reason? Because he won a Stanley Cup in 2008?
And to be in a position of power over all of those people, the players, the event staff, like, he has the job where he puts everybody in a cripplingly uncomfortable position with his
walking
power.
on eggshells around you.
Toxic.
Gregor made the point yesterday, too, of being like, you would hope his assistant coaches could have a bit of a spine this time as well.
Right.
And, like, you would need to hire, like, strong people for that. But, like, why would Mike Babcock do that? Like, why would he hire assistant coaches that
would push back?
That would push back on him. Because that's not what he wants. He clearly wants to be the biggest man in the room.
Yeah.
So I just think it's bad. And I think it's such a negative look on the Oilers. And it shows me that they've just gone so extreme. Like, we need to win now, that they just don't really care. And I think there's a big difference between like, we'll do anything to win, than like, we don't care what you think, we want to win, you know. And like, it's not like, it might seem like it's the Vegas approach on things, but like, I don't think it's even close to the Vegas approach. It's a sloppy version. It's the worst version. Yeah, totally. So I'm pretty upset about it.
I mean, yeah, I'm upset about it too. And the more I deep dive into it, I'm trying to find avenues where I'm like, maybe this is
we tried to do this on the show yesterday.
Story.
We tried to stay positive, and I think it, like, what was the max amount of time we were positive? 20 seconds before we were like...
before it trained off.
Is there...
It was horrible.
Is this potentially good news that the NHLPA is like,
Hold on.
Yeah,
I mean
they think they might have just saved them from themselves.
Right.
Which is good. But now you still have to answer the questions. Like, why did you think this was good enough? Like, I went back and I listened to Columbus's press conference when they hired him. And I'm sure you can imagine what they say. Like, he's learned from his mistakes. Like, everyone I spoke to said he was a great guy. And 78 days later, he resigned. It's like, this guy clearly is not learning from anything he's done before. So I just think it's such a bad look for them. And I think they're getting publicly embarrassed, and they fully deserve it. Yeah.
There was a window there where we didn't hear too much about Mike Babcock at his time at the U of S.
Not publicly.
For the Huskies, yeah. I inquired. I was trying to get one of his past players from there who preferred not to be a guest on the show, but he said his overall experience with Mike Babcock was good.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just one person's account. And like you said, if he's in a leadership position or he was the star player, it usually is probably pretty good with a guy like that.
I've heard a story, and I won't say it, but let's just say he was not very nice to someone at the U of A once when he came here. Despite knowing something was supposed to happen, there was an interaction that was like completely unnecessary, and it was Mike Babcock who did it all to him. I'll tell you after.
Okay. It is interesting to me that a lot of people bring up that when he called out the reporter from TSN on his shoes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
He like walked in and said, you couldn't clean up your shoes before this interview?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, the weather's outside shitty. Sorry, I hustled to the rink. To me, the interaction actually was Mike Babcock being one of those guys who looks like he's being really serious.
But was he kidding?
But he was kidding. But he was still kind of being a dick. Yeah. I don't know. Like, not every interaction he's had that somebody had a negative opinion of or experience with is necessarily that bad. It's just when they're like, oh, well, for me too. That guy sucks.
No, but that's like a psychological move to like
I know.
make someone feel insecure.
Yeah, but it also felt
I'm
like
sure
just
he
like
was, like trying to break the ice a
Oh,
little
maybe.
bit.
break
Sure,
ice,
but
big
like,
dog.
but also, you're Mike Babcock, and all this stuff just happened to you. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just shut up and say, hey guys, what do you want to know?
I want to talk
Like,
to his
you know what I
family.
mean? Like,
I want to sit down with his wife and kids and be like, so what's up with that?
I have heard his personal life. He's really lovely, and that
Okay.
shouldn't take away from the fact that I've heard from way more people that he's a dick at work.
But his family loves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I think those two things can both happen, but it doesn't mean that because he's a good dude at home, he is at work. I don't know. It is super interesting, but not in a good way.
he maybe should have just stayed away. Like, surely he would have known this was going to happen.
Right. Especially if whatever hasn't been released is ugly enough that they're like, do you want us to tell everybody what it is?
And now I think, if I'm not mistaken, if he doesn't get hired, they're not going to investigate. So no, investigate him still, because this will clearly happen again. Because no one thought he was going to get another job after Toronto,
Right.
and then he got hired by Columbus, and now the Oilers are trying to do it. Someone else will be dumb enough to try and hire Mike Babcock within the next 5 years. Probably Edmonton again.
Saucy Bob says it's a negative look on the Oilers at the absolute worst time. I still feel like this is a dream. This organization is out to lunch. It makes me sad and wants to make me find a new team.
Oh, that's sad.
It is.
Let's get Jordan Baker on the bench. We just had him in for the Edmonton Stingers. Guy's a beauty.
He could do it all, man.
Let's get a young guy.
President,
Come on.
CEO,
He's
coach,
everything.
player, and now he's doing that at the Oilers too.
Let's get a young person back there.
Yeah, you wonder, God, it would be nice to know that we could get the actual storyline of the account of how this all came to be. But you know that everybody's filling the
Yeah. So I
air
listened
with
to
lies.
32 Thoughts today, and Freeman had some interesting stuff. Like, Mark Spector had his article yesterday on, like, the players didn't meet with him and grilled him and stuff. And Freeman shed a bit more light on that. And apparently they did ask him stuff like, how would you treat our young guys? Like, stuff like that. Maybe not quite like that, but like, they were pretty aggressive on him. And so that's a good thing from the players, but I just don't think you can trust them. And I think they've been a bit too naive about it all. They should have known.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what ends up happening. So now it is up to the NHLPA, which the majority of the vibe out there yesterday was just doing their due diligence, likely going to get through Mike Babcock's your guy. Apparently he's in town right now.
Let's find him.
Somebody said they saw him at the airport. I mean, this is
That's hearsay.
not great reports, but there aren't a lot of real steady reports out there right now.
I think it's good that the PA did this and that they're defending the Columbus players and the players
And
prior.
just players in general.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so,
because
too.
That's what they're there for.
Who's going to continue to speak out if they're not being heard? And they're just being like,
Also that, when other situations come down.
why bother speak up?
I think it's very ironic this happened in June during like mental health.
That's what Ryder said yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
same
like,
thing.
You clearly don't care.
Yeah.
But you clearly couldn't care less. So the organization, that is, about your players.
Heard somebody say that like there would even be players on the Oilers organization that would be like, this isn't for me.
I'm going to move on.
100%.
Yeah.
You haven't signed any of your players from last season yet. Probably because you don't have a coach. Like, do they want to be like, oh, I don't know about Mike Babcock. It'll prevent them from getting players, free agency, guys waiving no trades, all this stuff. Like,
And we are not in a position to be forced into trades.
Frank said yesterday as well that he believes if Mike Babcock was to become the head coach of the Oilers, it would be the first time. I can't remember if he said the McDavid era, like post Milan Lucic signing, that the Oilers, or since then, sorry, would not be a destination to play in the NHL.
And we need to be.
Yeah, and they weren't before, and how good was that?
Exactly.
It sucked. So, yeah.
I love when Liam says something sucks. It's my favorite.
Is there a chance that NHLPA kicking the tires on this and actually doing their due diligence, along with the fact that the Oilers organization saw just how poorly this came across, is a combination that even if the NHLPA gives the green light, that the Oilers are like, maybe we should wait for Vegas and see if Cassidy's available.
But do you trust them to do that? Because
No.
they're already doing it, right? Like, I think if I think they clearly want Mike Babcock, and I would not be shocked if they turned around, even with the investigation. It's like, yeah, we'll take the fine and we'll just hire Mike Babcock, which would be insane.
Do you think there's a difference between Edmonton and... I have heard his name genuinely 7,000 times in the last 2 days.
Yes. Him and Harrison Cates.
Yeah, his name's coming up a lot too, actually.
Yeah, weird. I don't get it. But whatever.
The transition is happening for sure from Daryl to Harrison. And the difference between Edmonton and Columbus for a wake-up call for Mike Babcock, whereas Columbus, you probably think you can get away with doing that same old shit, and not enough people are paying attention. There's not enough eyes on you that you could get away with it. Whereas he would know here that, look at how everybody's pretty free to talk openly about what they think about this.
Yeah.
And that's not going to stop, especially if he starts abusing mentally our players that people here have a genuine attachment to.
Yeah, but he's been in Toronto.
Yeah.
And Detroit's a big market too, right? And I just think he clearly thinks he can get away with things. And if he came here, I think he would get grilled, and I don't think it would matter to him at all.
You'd think he'd keep up just...
I think behind the scenes, yeah. But I think there's an interesting question. Do the others want him to be like that? Like, do they want... What are they asking Mike Babcock to be? Like, he's obviously a great coach. Or was, I guess. He hasn't coached since 2020. So we don't truly know what he is in that department. But prior history would show he's good. He obviously hasn't won many playoff rounds since 2013 or whatever it is. But like, he can coach. He's one of the best coaches of his generation. But like, if he can't do all that stuff he was doing, is that part of his coaching? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how much would he have to change in that department? And does that make him still a great coach? Like, I don't know. I don't really want to find out, though.
I mean, that's a very good way to word it.
All right. Our YouTube chat is asking us to please play Connections before Liam leaves.
We were a very sports-heavy show today. That and Ducks.
Yeah.
But between the World Cup, the Stingers, and this. But, hey, that's what you get with the sauce.
All right.
You never know what you're going to get.
Let's end the show with a round of Connections. Smash that like button. Thanks for being here. Stacked show. Amazing guests. Didn't get to the bottom of Duckgate or Coachgate, but we're trying our best.
Yeah,
all right.
What can you do?
What are you staring at out there?
Well, I was seeing if Menzies reacted when you brought up Duckgate. I just want to catch people when they don't know they're being watched.
Good call.
That sounds very Mike Babcocky of me.
Duckgate.
I like to see what they're doing when I'm not looking at them. All right. Let's do Connections.
Method actor.
Good one. Film actor. Stage actor. Catwalk?
I don't know. Character?
Character actor?
Fashion?
Character actor is probably a good pick. I'd say character. Let's
try it.
Oh, shit.
Not even one away?
I didn't see anything.
They were trying to get us.
Oh, here we go. Things that are involved with the stage. The wings.
I was thinking that.
The wings, the catwalk, the pit. The pit is where like the orchestra is. And the
Yeah?
stage.
Wow.
Theater kid coming through.
Theater kid times
Dang.
12 there. Well done.
Method, fashion.
Skin.
Film, method actor, character, crust. Ew.
It feels like it's a very big acting theme. Like
That's what
maybe all four are.
Pie crust, pie line, fashion line. No.
Oh, fashion.
Fashion and line are on there, though. So they're trying to mess with us.
I'm stumped.
Me too. Scum of the earth.
Could be one.
Scumbag. Scumbag.
Film bag.
Fashion bag. Fashion bag, scumbag.
Skin bag.
Ew, is that a ball sack?
That's what, yeah. Good old taking that in the skin bag.
Put that one down, Reese.
What else is a bag? Way bag? Way.
I don't think.
Line
I
bag?
don't think we're onto something.
Doug
here.
says in the chat, skin, crust, film, and scum.
But what would that... What's the subject?
It's all things that are on top of like water.
Ew.
Oh, right.
Right?
Yeah,
Let's
they
try
can
it.
cut, or an overlay.
An overlay of grossness.
Hell yeah. Thanks.
Gross
Doug.
things that form on wet surfaces.
Wow.
Good job, Doug. Okay.
I think
Line, page, word. Things that you write down.
Yeah.
Line,
yeah.
page, word, and character?
Character?
Because
Yeah.
a character is like a...
Try it.
Nice.
Whoa.
Got it. Fashion, method, way, manner.
technique.
Technique.
Uh-huh.
Good
Damn.
round, friends.
Well done.
All right, let's get to our bets. Thank you, Liam. Everyone can catch you
You're
on
welcome.
O&E.
Yes, I can. Me and Menzies today.
Hell yeah. That'll be fun.
Wonder what we'll talk about.
Is Tyler on his flight home?
Yes. Well, he leaves his hotel when the show starts, so
Makes
he just
sense.
can't make it.
He
So-
planned it that way.
Well, I think his flight home is until like 5.
Yeah.
So that
He
sucks.
could have done it.
Yeah, that guy doesn't work hard enough.
Aren't you
if he
missing out on the
cared.
show Friday?
Yeah, you are.
I'm missing the show Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang.
Damn.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It happens. Priorities, I guess.
Well, best of luck with your soccer teams.
Thank you. I'll be needing it.
All right, let's get to our bets. This segment is brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, you can bet with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. 19 plus, please play responsibly. What was Jordan saying earlier on the show? That he doesn't think the Spurs can win again tonight? Because are they still in New
Well,
York?
he just said getting to at MSG would be tricky, but they have to, or else they're down in the series 3-1. They're going to be playing like Carolina did last night with their season on the line. You can't go down to 3-1 against another that capable of team.
The last time I had this ticket, it hit, so I'm just doing it again. We're going Spurs money line, and then yes to Victor Wembanyama to record 3+ assists. $5 bet. If you want to roll with me, go for it. If you're like, there's no way that the Knicks are losing tonight, do your own thing. What are you going with, Ryder?
Well, I'm just looking at the World Cup bets right now. You can bet
There's
on.
no game tonight.
I know it starts tomorrow, but still, it's kind of fun to look through. You can bet on like which teams you think will make the final. Obviously, teams to reach the semifinal.
You can get your futures in if you want.
Team to finish bottom.
Ooh, pick one of Liam's teams.
What did he say? New Zealand is one of his teams. I'm gonna try to find a bet that has to do
Just
with
you put all his teams.
Oh, you can guess the group winners in each category too.
All right.
Damn, this is fun. I'm gonna take Canada to be the group winner of Pool B, Group B, and that will get you 3-1 odds.
Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Get in on that action with parlay boosts, live betting, and easy deposits and payouts. You can bet now at sportsinteraction.com/OilersNation. 19 plus. Please play responsibly.
I hit my ticket last night.
I was one away.
That Hall, Stankoven, and Blake line all got points.
Woo!
That's pretty sick.
There was over 4.5 goals, and Carolina won. So that was a big dog. Oh!
Please smash that like button. We appreciate you all so much. We'll be back tomorrow for a fun show, and you stay saucy. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for the super chats. Reese is going to pee his pants. He's got to go put a duck somewhere probably. And we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Stay saucy.
So,
Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, like it, hype it, and share it with your friends.
And to not miss any of our content, make sure you're subscribing to the Oilers Nation YouTube channel.
Freaking nailed it.